Okay, let's dive in. We've got some potentially massive news coming from way out in the cosmos, stuff that could, really change how we think about things.
It really could. We're not just talking about finding another Earth here, are we?
No, exactly. This feels more fundamental. Like, are we actually alone? That kind of question.
That's spot on. The focus is this exoplanet, K218b. It's about 120 light years away, so not exactly next door.
Still relatively close in cosmic terms, I guess.
Relatively, yes. And there's a new study just reported April 17th, 2025, based on an article detailing the findings. And, well, it's causing quite a stir.
Right, and look, these discoveries come thick and fast. It can feel a bit overwhelming trying to keep up, honestly.
Totally understandable.
So think of this as your shortcut. We're going deep on K218b, unpacking why this particular news is such a big deal, trying to get you the core understanding without all the jargon.
So our mission, basically.
Yeah, let's call it that. Our mission is to pull out the key bits from these findings and, importantly, explore what they might actually mean.
Okay. And to really get why people are so excited now, we probably need a little bit of background on K218b, because this isn't the first time it's made headlines.
Good point. Wasn't it the James Webb Space Telescope?
Yeah.
Back in 2023.
Exactly. JWST made some, well, really fascinating observations of its atmosphere. That was kind of the first big step here.
And that was already significant, right? I remember reading they found carbon molecules.
That's it. Carbon-bearing molecules, specifically methane and carbon dioxide, detected right there in K218b's atmosphere.
Which immediately flags it as, interesting. Potential for something more.
Definitely put it high on the watch list. And what's really cool is how those findings supported a particular theory about what kind of planet K218b might be, the Hycean planet idea.
Hycean, okay, refresh my memory on that.
Sure, so think big. Bigger than Earth, probably. Covered in a really deep, warm ocean, like a global ocean.
Wow.
And then wrapped in this thick atmosphere that's mostly hydrogen. Very different from Earth's nitrogen-oxygen mix.
Okay, so water and hydrogen. Why is that combination considered promising for life? Seems a bit alien.
Well, that's the thing. It is alien, but the thinking is that this specific setup, the huge ocean interacting with that hydrogen atmosphere, could create unique conditions, chemical gradients, energy sources, things that some theories suggest might actually be more favorable for life to get started than, say, a rocky planet like Mars.
Interesting. So different paths to life, potentially.
Exactly. So that was the picture we had. A possible water world, big, with some key atmospheric stuff already detected.
Right. But now there's something new. This latest study adds another layer.
Precisely. And this is the bit that's really generating the buzz. This new study reportedly detected a molecule, a specific molecule in K218b's atmosphere that, here on Earth anyway, is pretty much exclusively linked to life.
Exclusively.
As far as we know, yes. The source mentioned marine algae as an example of the kind of organism that produces it here.
Whoa. Okay, so hang on. We're not just talking about the ingredients for life anymore, like the carbon and stuff. This is potentially a sign of life itself, a product.
That's the crucial difference, yes. It's what scientists call a potential biosignature, basically a chemical hint that strongly suggests life, past or present.
A biosignature. Right.
Of course, and this is super important. You have to be incredibly careful here. Niku Madhusudan, he's an astronomer at the University of Cambridge involved in this.
Yeah.
He's quoted saying, quite rightly, it is in no one's interest to claim prematurely that we have detected life.
Absolutely. You can't jump the gun on something this massive. Rigor is key.
Totally. But then he follows that up, even with that caution.
What does he say?
He calls this a revolutionary moment, his words. And he adds, it's the first time humanity has seen potential biosignatures on a habitable planet.
Revolutionary moment. Wow. That's heavy, even with the caveats.
It really lands, doesn't it? It underlines just how significant this could be if it pans out.
And I think I saw something. Did the BBC mention a possible time frame? Like for follow-up or confirmation?
Yeah, there was mention it could potentially be confirmed or maybe refuted within the next 1 to 2 years, which shows this is very much an active investigation.
So things could move relatively quickly on this.
Could do. And thinking bigger picture, Dr. Madhusudan also talks about the implications, beyond just this one planet.
Right. What would it mean?
He suggests that if, and it's still a big if, but if life is confirmed on K218b, given how many planets we now know are out there.
Billions, trillions.
Exactly. It could basically confirm that life is very common in the galaxy.
Just think about that for a second. Common. That fundamentally changes everything, our whole perspective.
It's a profound thought. Finding just one other instance of life would be universe-altering, philosophically and scientifically.
The article hinted at that scale too, didn't it? Like, if it's here, it's likely elsewhere too.
Yes. But we also need to manage expectations. Let's bring in another voice here. Christopher Glein, a scientist from Southwest Research Institute.
Okay, what's his take?
He puts it very plainly. He said something like, unless we see ET waving at us, it's not going to be a smoking gun.
Huh. Right. Good analogy. So this isn't proof of, like, little green men.
Definitely not. It's a signal, a really interesting, promising signal that might indicate biology, but it needs a lot more work. More evidence, ruling out non-biological explanations.
It's about probabilities, possibilities, not certainty yet.
Exactly. But what makes this particular signal so compelling is the context. It's not in isolation.
You mean because we already thought it might be a Haitian world with the right conditions?
Precisely. The fact that K2-18b was already flagged as potentially habitable, with water, with those carbon molecules, it makes this potential biosignature fit into a more plausible picture.
It builds the case step by step.
Yeah. Even back in 2023, Dr. Madhusudan was saying the ultimate goal is finding life on a habitable exoplanet, and understanding these Haitian worlds was a key step. This feels like another significant step on that path.
Okay, so for everyone listening, let's try and boil this down. The big takeaway. Scientists might have detected a chemical signal on K2-18b, a molecule usually associated with life on Earth.
Yep, a potential biosignature.
And this is extra exciting because it builds on previous discoveries, suggesting K2-18b could be a water-rich Haitian world, potentially habitable.
That's the core of it, a really significant development in the search.
But, and this is crucial, keep the caution flag waving. Scientists are being optimistic but very careful. We need more evidence. It's not proof positive yet.
Remember Christopher Glein's point, no smoking gun without ET waving. We need more data, more analysis.
Still, the long-term implications, they are just staggering to think about. As Dr. Madhusudan said, confirmation could mean life is common out there.
And that connects right back to why people find this stuff so fascinating, right? Those aha moments, understanding our place, discovering life elsewhere. That would be the ultimate aha moment, I think.
Absolutely. It changes our whole cosmic address, in a way. Opens up endless questions.
Entirely new fields of science, philosophy, everything.
It really leaves you thinking, doesn't it? If this planet, just one speck, 120 light years away, might hold this kind of secret, what else is out there?
In that immense darkness.
Yeah. What other wonders, what other possibilities are waiting in the rest of the universe? What are we going to find next?